escapees are now in custody. We have active leads on the other escapees. We have approximately 200 agents, officers out there. People are talking. We appreciate that. We know that the second person that we got into custody was actually on National Crime Stopper tip. And Carly said, so we'll speak to you again at the close of this brief update for you. But the three people that we do have in custody are Kendall Miles, Robert Moody, and the Keenan Dennis. Those are the three that are currently in custody. We want to remind people to call Crime Stoppers at 504-822-1111. We always say this, but it's very important that people understand we don't need your name. We don't want your name. We just want your information. And if it does lead to the capture of one of these escapees, it's $5,000 cash. And that is in addition to what the FBI is offering. And I will have the special agent in charge address that when he gets ready. Earlier today, we've been very, very proactive as well here in OPD and with our partners. We made sure that our children were looked after. We sent NOPD cars out to the schools to have a high presence. We have removed at least a couple of people who had concerns for their safety. We got them to safe houses. You heard earlier in the earlier broadcast about the hospitals were stepping up to help make sure our judges who had some concern to be also protected and have a presence. We know the three that were taken into custody, they were taken in New Orleans. But regardless of who or which agency actually makes the capture, whether it's the U.S. Marshals, FBI, NOPD, Sheriff, it does not matter. But we will deem all escapees as Louisiana state prisoners. They will be LSP's prisoners. They will not be booked into the Orleans Parish, and other arrangements have been made for those bookings. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to our colonel of the LSP, and he can give you a little bit more information about that. So, Colonel.
Thank you, Chief. Good evening, everyone. Robert Hodges, Superintendent of Louisiana State Police. As you see by our support, FBI, U.S. Marshals, and other agencies that are in the field right now actively working, ATF, DEA, Homeland Security investigations, all our federal partners, as well as other state partners that are here now, probation and parole. We're all working in conjunction with the NOPD, our neighboring sheriffs, to locate the 7 remaining fugitives that escaped from the jail. Our responsibility remains consistent across the state with public safety. Tonight, through the weekend, however long it takes, we are leveraging all of our equipment, our personnel, our investigative tools and technology to ensure that we locate, apprehend, and bring the 7 remaining to justice. We can't do it alone. As the Chief said, we need your help, and Ms. Costanza from the Crime Stop is going to speak as well to talk about you have to call the tip line, as well as
any information, it doesn't matter what time of day, please call 1-800-CALL-FBI or submit your tip online by going to fbi.gov/Blue Orleans Fugitives or contact the Crime Stoppers Partners. Thank you very much.
First, I want to thank y'all who called in, who sent in tips and all. And I'm so successful now. We have one apprehension because of the tips. And I'm just going to again encourage you to see the team behind us. All information is being vetted, federal, state, local. That's an incredible network that you should feel so strong about, knowing that public safety is key in taking your information. You're part of that team. So again, with Crime Stoppers, you're going to be anonymous. Remember that. Know the number 822-1111. We have a $2,000 cash reward for each escapee arrest. The FBI has another $5,000. Make your calls, send the tip. Don't delay. Thank you.
All right, we'll have one round of questions. We'll start with Foxy.
Do we have any more information about the 3 OPSO employees that were suspended?
Good evening, everyone. Again, the point of this press conference tonight is to focus on apprehending the 7 remaining fugitives. We're not going to discuss anything that happened prior to the escape of those offenders or inmates. That needs to remain everyone's focus. So the tips when you call in, please, we need the public's help. It's your city, it's your state. We want it safe for your family, your friends, those who came in town for the high school and college graduations this weekend across the state. We need your help. So I just respected all the other stations and media that's here. These questions related to our investigative efforts to apprehend the 7 remaining.
I think that's Katie. Is that Katie?
Yes, Katie Rice with CBS News. Question for you, two questions. First, just in the way you were able to describe about how one of the first inmates that you apprehended was found hiding in a parking garage, can you explain the details a little more clearly about how these other 2 were apprehended? And also then moving forward, do you have evidence that shows any of these folks have left the state at this point?
So we have strong investigative leads on the remaining 7. We're confident that they will eventually be apprehended. With regard to the 3 that are in custody now, they were in various parts throughout the city. Specifically, their apprehension, although we were able to take them all without any trips to seek medical attention, we still had people to ensure, our EMS to ensure that everyone was okay at the scene. But we don't want to really give up the exact
call us. But